Hello, welcome to Woodfired Weekly at Manna from Devon. We're out here in the garden, another beautiful day to be cooking this summer. We've got the Alpha oven nicely fired up. Today we're going to be cooking Coca. And Coca, this lovely Spanish bread. We saw these in the markets in Barcelona in particular, in Catalonia. This dough could not be simpler. White bread flour, salt and yeast. Mix that up. Water straight in there and mix it up. So there's the dough all mixed together. 3 or 4 minutes of kneading and we'll have a nice dry dough, no lumps, nice and springy and elastic. A little sticky to start with, don't worry about that. Don't worry about using any flour because it is going to dry out in a minute or two. So that's about 5 minutes of kneading and I've got a nice, smooth, soft dough, but now completely dry without using any more flour. So that's fantastic. We're going to put that in a sunny spot, let that warm up, let that rise at least an hour, hour and a half, couple of hours if I'm in no rush. I'm going to go off and prepare my vegetables and get the toppings all ready, and then we'll be ready to bake the Coca. These are in our book, Flatbreads and Pancakes. We will supply you with the recipe, of course. That'll be in the notes down below, but it is in this book. Coca dough is looking lovely and light. And we're going to tip this out onto the table and shape it into dough balls ready for us to make the Coca in due course. So I'm just going to not completely knock that back, but just so I can cut it up. And we should have enough there for 4 nice Coca. And I'm going to shape those into rounds. I've got my vegetable toppings ready, or almost ready. I took the Cavolo Nero, wilted that down, cooked some onions, mixed those together. I've taken the beetroot, blitzed that up, a little bit of cream cheese, a little bit of cumin, and I haven't done the courgette yet, but all I'm going to do with this is cut it into very thin strips with a potato peeler and toss that with lemon slices, olive oil and some chopped mint. These Cocas are nice and soft, well risen, so they should stretch out nice and easily now. I've got my toppings ready, almost ready, so I'm going to use lots of flour. Take one of these dough balls and I want to stretch this out so it's a nice elongated oval. This is exactly how we saw them in the markets of Barcelona. So I just dibble this out by walking my fingers straight up and down, and then hold one end of the dough loosely and with the other just stretch your fingers over the dough, flip it over, stretch your fingers over the dough, 3, 4, so you're not really sort of holding on to the dough. Once that's ready to go, onto this peel, and then olive oil. This one is Cavolo Nero onion, and we put a little bit of cooked pepper in here as well. And then just make sure that's shuffling on the peel. Nice hot oven with a fairly bright fire going over the top. And we're straight on to Coca number 2. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Let's go with a little bit of chili oil from the South Devon chili farm and our beetroot mix. Fantastic colour. Fantastic way to use up your summer glut of beetroot. I've got a little bit of dukkha to sprinkle over that as well. This nice North African spice mix. Give that a shuffle. In it goes. This one's cooking nicely. Give that a little spin round. And start on number 3. I think that first one is cooked. Nice and toasted around the edges. Nice and firm on the bottom. So I'm just finishing this final topping. Just some thin slices of courgette. Toss that with some chopped mint, a little bit of seasoning, and plenty of olive oil. And anybody who's had a courgette glut, this is a great thing to do. So we're just going to lay those out on there in a nice haphazard way. The courgette will wilt down a little bit. So that one's ready to go in. And I'm just going to carry on cooking all the rest of those. Lots and lots of different opportunities to do lots and lots of different toppings with Coca, with anything you've got. Thank you very much for joining us for Woodfired Weekly. We'll be back next week. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, and the recipe will be down below. Lots of other information. Thanks for watching.